All right. Okay. So before we even start this, this is probably if I upload this to YouTube, this will be where we start. So hi everybody in the chat, say hello to YouTube. But before we start, let me do something that is not called giving excuses, but reasonings for why Vision was late. Hex was like, "When's Vision gonna be out?" And I even have this on my one of my vlogs. I was like, "It's gonna be out at 5." He was like, "Can't be out at 5." Because um, because the announcements that we have to make for Halo have to be done at 3. And I was like, okay. And this was like the night before that he told me, because everything was done pretty much last minute. And I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, cool, I can do that. I will try my best to get it done, but I wanted this season, I wanted the time out to be 5 so that I could have everything done in time and not have to worry about anything. So then, um, that happened. I was exporting all of the interviews. I had all of the VODs from all of the from all the games, all the different games, champs. There was a few CS VODs that I needed, and then some gear stuff. What's up, Cole? Thank you for the resub, man. How are you doing? Um, so I had all that done, and was starting the edit. Got a little bit done with the edit, and then at 4 a.m. or at like 3:30 a.m. Nick texted me and says, "Yo, I'm retiring." And not only am I retiring, I'm retiring this episode. And I was like as if we didn't already have enough things crammed into one episode. I knew about the lethal thing. I knew about the champs. Champs was going to happen, and then I knew that Pomage was, putting like a Catalyst 3 trailer at the very beginning. So I was like, man, okay, yeah, let's do it. So went up there. I talked with him for a little bit about it, like 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. I had already shot my interview with him prior to that, so he was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I was like, all right. And then I was like, yo, you good? And he was like, not really. Nah, I'm not really good. Like, I just talked to my team about it, feeling kind of weird. And I was like, all right, yeah, just let me know. And he was like, okay, I'm not ready right now. He was like looking at his phone. He's like, I'm writing a few things down, for the interview. And I was like, okay. So then I came back up and shot it. I sat the chair down, and I was like, he looked at me. He was like, yo, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I might cry. I was like, no worries, man. Like, that's fine. No worries. Um, and so yeah, so then I got done with the interview, got down, rendered it out, had it ready to go, and by the time I started actually editing Vision, it was probably like 4:45 in the morning. So then when I say I've never grinded a Vision that hard, I have never been so focused and so driven for a Vision, and it's very, it's unfortunate that we couldn't push it back till 5. It had to be out at 3. But then, with all of that, like, guys, I literally didn't leave my desk from 5 a.m. or from like 4. Actually before that, besides Nick's interview, from like 11:30 to like I probably sat down at like midnight. From like midnight until 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. the next day, I didn't move. Like, I didn't move. All I did was edit, and I just worked super, super. It's like I've never worked as hard on a Vision as I did with this one. So, enough patting myself on the back and explaining why it was late. That is why. I did not want it to be out at 3, and I was not expecting Nick to retire. So, with that being said, excuses are the optic way. You're probably right. With that being said, the start of Season 3 of Vision, Episode 1, called Crossroads. Let's do this. So I guess I'm gonna stop it a lot, if you don't mind. The intro where he like has all those like I guess reverb acoustics of everything that I or like part of his Halo career. I guess he has like the infamous clip where he's like, "I'm the best in the fucking game," and like '09 champs, and then he also whenever they win '09 champs, he's like, "We're the fucking champs. We're the champs." And then there was like a few like casters clips of talking about Maniac, and then I like, just like reverbed it, and as soon as he shuts the door, it all goes quiet. I thought that kind of like set a scene because people see Nick sit down, and they're like, huh. And then of course,
So, as much as you try to prepare for situations like this, doesn't seem any amount of preparation really does the job. I've been playing Halo since addictively
fuck that chair.
since I was probably 13 years old. I'm now 25, and it's taken me.
It's so hard to watch this because he so for every interview that I shot, I was shooting with a lens called a 50, which is a very sensitive. Thank you, Lamb Chop, for the subscription. Can we please get some gangs in the chat? The lens that I was shooting is called a 50. It's very sensitive to like focus. So if you're in focus here, if you move up a little bit, you're going to be out of focus. And so whenever I shot all my interviews, I was like, try not to move your head because the autofocus on the one that Hex has is broken. So for every one of my interviews, I was like, please don't move your head that much. But I didn't tell him for this one, obviously, because it was so emotional. And he was just like, oh, okay, like literally all over the place. So I was trying my best to like go up and fix it, but I ended up having to B-roll a lot of it, and some of it was just out of focus. So, but that probably ruined it for a lot of you guys because a lot of you probably didn't even notice.
Places I never found myself going to, and I'm now 25. Found myself playing online, meeting friends online.
This interview was like 47 minutes long.
Started going to tournaments.
The actual
in
raw
2007.
interview.
Started.
Was it Prime Lens? Yeah, it was.
Meeting some of my best friends that I still have to this day.
Jeez.
I didn't think it'd be this hard. It's okay too.
It's not. Fucking 13 years of your life. No one does shit like this. So I put me in there.
Some of my best.
But I only put I hate putting myself in Vision. Like I really honestly do. But I feel like anything where it's like I feel like me in the background or anybody in the background in that situation would have legitimized like what he was going through because he like broke camera character and kind of like was just like, man, like I can't believe this like is this hard. And then me just saying it's okay. Like you have nothing. Like you don't need to call yourself a bitch for crying because literally this is 13 years of your professional career. So it's like, I guess that's the only reason I put myself in there.
Best friends, the absolute best memories of my life. It's taken me places never thought I'd be.
It's the reason he's slightly off center.
Especially
yeah, I tried to rule a thirds if that's what it's called.
Moving out of my
I don't really like centering
to Chicago to
my interviews a lot of the time.
Continue to pursue this
broke character
career.
Well, I'm talking about like interview. Like you have a certain way of interviewing.
The best way I could describe
he broke
it is
that.
like fucking divorcing your wife that you love after fucking 15 years but you just know
Ugh.
it's not gonna work out.
How are you feeling while recording this? I was
It's been
literally just
something
walking
that's been
around
on my
looking up the
mind for
ceiling.
probably a year now. I think even
It was
before
difficult.
joining Optic, when I was still in Maryland, living at my parents' house, I was thinking about it then, and it was hard. Then the opportunity to join Optic came, and I said, fuck it. Let's do it. It's time for a change. I was doing the same shit all the time. Fucking Halo on Halo.
The chat,
So
whenever,
many
like, there were like 15K
hours of
people watching
practice,
it.
a
And
lot of stress.
there was just
but
so many
most of all,
BTHs. Like, so many people were just spamming
a
BTH.
lifetime of fucking a lot of happy memories. For real, I've met a lot of, and of course, I'm still gonna be around. I've met a lot of fucking people, a lot of fucking friends. Excuse my language. That's just how I'm gonna have to express myself right now. You know, when I first joined, we did decent, not the best, not what we wanted, but we were doing okay. Then this season comes, we have a rough start. Flamesword decides to retire. I know that was hard for him. He went through the same situation.
Mike's was so much easier because he didn't
Shit.
cry.
And his.
He told me he wanted to and like he was going to, but
He told me he was about to cry.
he didn't really sit down and think about it as much as
Now I
Nick
can
did.
tell him I bought like a baby. Yeah, Flamesword retired. I took over as team
Mike thought
captain,
about it a lot more after the fact.
and I tried my damn best to do what I could. Obviously, wasn't enough, and I don't say that in any way. I don't say it wasn't enough in any way besides for myself and my teammates. Us as a team are representing an organization, and Optic Gaming is a pretty big organization, and I love it here. I have zero regrets coming here. I plan on, and I hope that I'm here for quite some time. There comes a time when things don't work out and a change is needed. At the end of the day, this is a business. At the same time, Hex is a friend of mine and a friend of Flames. He gave,
Did you get
he
kicked
gave
from
us
Optic?
an opportunity.
No?
We didn't capitalize how we wanted to. We tried. We fucking tried. Me
That
taking
part-
over captain.
That part got me. When he
you know,
said
I
it the
did
first time,
best
I was like,
for-
oh shit.
to improve as an individual, and as a team player, of course. But something's not there. It's not like it used to be. I don't know if fucking age has something to do with it. There's definitely times I still feel I could compete at the top, but you know, stats don't lie, numbers don't lie. And that's not to sit here and say we did absolutely terrible. I was super depressed about our placings. Of course we were not happy about that, but this is all just to, you know, clear the air about the decision from Hex to let the current Optic Halo team go, which is myself, Ace, APG.
And the way he
I.
like said it, nothing had been announced
We
yet, so
will
the chat kind of
no
exploded
longer
and they were
be
like,
the
what?
Optic Halo team. I talked to
Because he hasn't
Hines,
even announced that
APG,
he
Ace
retired
about
yet.
it, and it was not an easy decision for me at all. But I think it was clear to
So
them.
the first thing he says about it is that they
Everyone
got
in the
dropped from
house.
Optic.
Um,
The chat was freaking out.
talked to my mom about it, and it just seems like the best decision for me. Um, the reason why it's so tough,
Saddest but best vision yet.
especially
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
right now, is I'm leaving. I'm parting ways with two of my best friends, APG and Ace. Hines, longtime friend as well, so it sucks. I know he was super excited about joining Optic. Ace and APG love being on Optic. They love the experience, they love the fans. So it sucks that this had to happen. I just feel it's in their best interest and my best interest if I just hang up the sticks and it's time to retire. Not to get into too much detail,
It's crazy, man.
because it's all business stuff. But this was brought to me at a very short notice that we were no longer going to be Optic Halo. We were no longer going to be part of the Optic organization as a team. It's one of the things
Well,
that
Miss
hurt
Aaron,
the most,
of course, man.
because I don't know.
I
what
still
they're
talk to
gonna do.
Ace like all the time.
So because of the late notice, our team was already
have, like, a
locked
group
in
chat.
for the Pro League season and the Pro League matches. But there is a roster
Did you guys really cry? I was just
transfer
curious.
period in 2 weeks. So I will be playing with them for the first 2 weeks, and I promise them I will give 100%. I will be on for practice, and I will do my damn best to go out and try to end this, getting those guys some wins. Of course, I talked to them about the whole retiring thing. They supported me. I would rather just do it now, make it
Yes,
known.
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And, try to give
Thank you,
them
Bone
the
Killer.
best and earliest opportunity to start looking
The formal part
at
got
other
me.
players. I have
Yeah.
nothing but confidence in those three guys that they will find it forth as good, if not better.
100% cried.
I really do see those guys being a threat this season. A few things I do want to say is thank you everyone thank you to everyone who has been a part of my long ass journey of Halo life, aka life. I've been doing this competitively hardcore.
This is a Monica song.
Over 10 years.
Super,
First off, of course, I would like to thank my mother
super
for
sad.
supporting me this entire time. Of course, there were the ups and downs, the yelling and screaming in my room, and the sneaking on at 3 a.m. on a school night when I had to wake up in 3 hours. Second of all, I would like to thank the Halo community in general. It's been a long one. A lot of us have been around for a long
Look
time.
at Nick right there. That shit is hilarious.
A lot of
Look at
us have known
Scotty.
each other for a very long time.
It's just kids, man.
10 plus years I've known Ace, APG, Hines, Cloud, in the clutch. That's just to name a few. Those guys are some
Surprised he
of my
didn't
best
say
friends,
Randa there. I
and
mean, he was
it
like
really did make my
super
life something else,
emotional,
in
but-
a positive way.
I think
Third,
Randa,
I would
he
like
said,
to
played
thank
forever.
Hex for the opportunity to move here in Illinois. Started off with the Halo journey, began some YouTube, and can genuinely say changed my life for the better. And last but not least,
So
thank you,
crazy,
thank
man.
you to all of the Optic Greenwall fans that have shown so much love, so much positivity, and just so many kind words and support since I've joined Optic. And that is not to forget
Miranda started
all
to
of
reach
the
out.
Halo fans in general.
Who was I thinking of? I was thinking of somebody
for
then.
years and years. So thank you guys, and it's been one hell of a journey.
Yeah, I got the old footage from old VODs. Aaron with the new lower thirds.
I don't know where to look. When
I definitely got the cinematics
sometimes I
intros
start to
from
look straight
watching
or
Last Chance
I don't,
University.
it's weird.
Just do this. What are these called? Karambits?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Are they supposed to gut you?
Are they supposed to gut you?
Yeah. They're supposed to like open you up and get your guts out.
Yeah.
Look at the way he turns. He turns and sits.
I like them. Make me feel like I can do shit, you know? That hood shit.
Like an assassin?
Like an assassin.
Why are you saying like that?
I don't know. Can we start or what?
Oh, that had me dying, dude.
3 and a T stuck in a corner, but Napster's dominating them right now. He even gets 2 more of them. He's up to a 4K. He just destroys them all in NBK position. Gobby picks up Stanislaw at least, but now Nap on the cusp of an ace. He's gonna move in and he shuts it down, destroys Gobby.
So in the last couple of weeks, I mean, man, last time we spoke, we had just picked up Tarek.
This part was comic relief. Yeah, it was.
And since then, there's been a little bit of a shuffle going on. We brought in Tarek to replace Stanislaw, but in the process, Tarek brought up a couple of points that these guys kind of knew were there, but at the same time, you know, weren't so sure whether or not that was a thing.
What Tariq was used to was to an in-game leader that improvised more inside the game, and that's what played more like an structure based team where you know what to do before the game. You already know what to do, and you have to take your own decision every time. And Tariq was used to an in-game leader that tells you what to do all the time.
So we reverted back our
Donation
decision
service, yeah.
to
Thank you, you dig.
To keep
Bone
Stanislaw.
killer.
We didn't drop Stanislaw right off the bat, right? We're still trying to figure out how we can utilize him, right, or how we can work around that stuff. So luckily, you know, no rash decisions were made. We had to do another tough decision when we had to revert the decision and get Stanislaw back and
Yeah, I miss
put
Dabs,
on the
man.
bench.
Dabs is a
Obviously,
homie.
You know, Dabs to me has been very, very helpful. Like, I don't know where
Like,
we
think
would
about
be
it.
as an
Without Dabs, there is no Mixwell. Without Dabs, there is no Tarek or Tarek. It's like, and now he's on the bench. Like, I don't know, man. Dabs is like molded Optic CS:GO.
organization when it comes to Counter-Strike because he was very, very helpful and instrumental in finding the right players. Even always being on the lookout. I mean, he found Mixwell out of Spain, and we've seen tremendous success with him as he came on. And then he was very proactive about always
I
trying to
deserve
make
an
the team better.
Oscar.
That's when we reached out to Tarek, or he reached out to Tarek, and that's when we made the switch happen. So yeah, we're still figuring out ways to work with Dabs because I personally
questioning Hex?
like him
What?
as a person, and
Hex
I
has
think
nothing
that
to do with that.
He could still lend a lot of help to the organization, and I hope that we can find something.
Hex said he's still going to work with him? Yeah. We're still trying to
so right
figure out how to
now
work with
we're
him.
trying to qualify for ESL 1 New York. We played yesterday against Energy and we won first map. We play against Immortals today, and we are also waiting to the E-League qualifier, which will start this week, and we have to win almost every match from now in ESL Pro League to stay top 4 and go to the LAN finals. I think the house is insane. I don't really think that someone deserves this, so I think that I'm very lucky.
Very low-key.
I use the pool every day. I didn't use the hockey ring because I'm from Spain. I don't play hockey. And yeah, everything is great.
So you use the pool every day?
Yeah.
Is that why it looks the way it looks?
It's all
Is that
green.
you?
No.
Alright, we're good.
Was this content? I realized while watching this, I totally forgot all the B-roll for this.
What's your problem, man?
It worked out though.
All right, we doing this or what? So after COD XP, a couple days after, we decided to all have like this really serious meeting and something like long overdue, like for all of us. And basically, there was no cameras allowed. We didn't talk about it like that much. Like it was all like between us.
We found ourselves slumping down, sort of, into a laziness. Everyone's YouTube
This meeting
content,
like changed us,
I was
man.
going down a little bit. None of us were collabing together. Everyone was
We
kind of
started
doing their own
grinding
thing.
after this.
People were uploading less, myself definitely included.
There's no cameras allowed because I wanted them to understand that the way that I was talking to them was serious, right? It wasn't something that had to be taken lightly because I meant every single word that I said in that meeting.
Even though it is stressful, does take up a lot of time. I was being lazy, and I think everyone in the house could agree to some sort of level that they themselves were doing that as well. And now I would say that with the exception of Big Timer.
Yeah, so content's been a bit of a grind lately, but I've been liking it. There was a point about 2 or 3 months ago I was doing maybe 2 gaming videos a day. Actually, I started out the year vlogging, and I still need to get back to doing vlogs, but I was doing like 2 gaming videos a day, but it really, I was waking up super late, like 11, 12 each day. I'd play a couple games and that was it, and I really didn't feel like I had a sense of purpose. So lately I've been upping the quantity of videos I've been doing each day to like 3 or 4. So it's taken a few more hours each day, but I finally feel like I have a sense of purpose each day. It's been fun. I've been playing a lot of different games, H1Z1, CS, Call of Duty,
Big T
and preparing for Call of Duty 4 Remastered.
You have people like Big Timer who are, who are very well off, right? But they're still pushing and grinding as hard as hell. Will uploads 4 videos a day. He doesn't need to do that. He's comfortable as is now. All he would have to do to maintain his lifestyle would be to upload daily. That's it, 1 video a day. But he's going above and beyond and uploading 4 videos a day.
Yeah, so we had that meeting a couple weeks ago, just with the entire house. You just really have to get together. It's just like any other business. We play video games, but technically it is still a business. You have to have meetings every once in a while and, kind of get together, exchange thoughts, exchange ideas. And we're kind of on the same page now of what we want to be. We're a gaming organization. So getting back to our roots, playing some more Call of Duty together, collaborating with each other, which is what the entire purpose of the house was to begin with. Trying to get back to our roots.
We had a motto called BTSO, which is
keep doing what we're doing.
Big Timer Saved
Get
Optic.
back together and have those meetings. Shit, we might need weekly meetings out here in the house. Real businesses.
He
do
literally
that.
did kind
We
of
might
just
need
tell
that
us,
too.
yo, you got to
If
do
y'all
shit.
think that's a good idea, type something in the comments. Jello pudding. Type Jello pudding in the comments.
So now that we announced that we have a Gears of War team, it's a process that started last year sometime.
I was thinking about this and
actually exchange of emails.
Poor Gears of War guys. Like the very first time you guys get to meet 2 of the Gears of War people is the same episode Nick retires. We talk about our crazy Counter-Strike changes. Pomage releases a TC3 trailer. We talk about champs and all the emotions that we went through for that, and then we announce that the Halo team is dropped and that we have acquired a new Halo team. And in the middle of all of that are the Gears guys. We introduce them, talk a little bit about the future of Gears, and then that's it. And I'm sure the Gears guys watched that and they were like, wow, no one's gonna remember us. So many other crazy things happened that
between
But it actually is really
the
cool to get to like
esports,
see them and meet
person,
them.
Jack Felling.
As far as like introducing them to
and we
the
just
fans.
went back and forth on emails on whether or not we would be interested in stepping into the space. And of course, for us, it's Gears of War has been something that grew parallel to Call of Duty up until a certain point. So when Gears of War reached out, I said, all right, cool. They're serious about it. When they announced the $1 million tournament that they were going to have, I knew that it was time for us to see if we can offer and lend a hand. And luckily, one of the top teams, if not the top team, was available for us to speak with to see if our vision aligned, and it did. So I was very happy with when I met the guys on the Skype call and we hung out for a little bit in Skype. Like I saw a lot of personalities coming through the microphone, which is something that's always a pleasure to hear, right? Because you sometimes step into an esport and you don't know whether or not there's going to be personalities there that are going to gel with the way that Optic rolls, right? So I was really happy to see that coming from the Gears of War community. But they've always been that sort of community that has always been like very in your face, very vocal, very passionate about their sport. I mean, even the crowd gets rowdy. So I'm like super psyched to be able to step into that and experience the Gears of War community. Because I know it's always been there, and I know that it's been always like a passionate thing. But now that there's support behind it, I can only see like good things coming from there. So very excited about this upcoming season in Gears of War.
So my name is Nick Ridgway and I go by Ashes in game or Optic Ashes. Currently we're playing the game Gears of War Ultimate Edition. This is a remake of Gears of War 1, the very first game, and we are all eagerly waiting the next edition, Gears of War 4, which everybody is really excited about.
I just hit him up and asked him to get interviews for me. He got me his own, and then he got Lava's.
Execution. However, you won't see us playing it too much because the only thing left to play for is an invite to the Gears of War 4 launch invitational in October. But because we won MLG Columbus, we've already pre-qualified for that. So right now the guys are just kind of hanging out and watching to see what other teams are doing.
My name is Chris Anderson, otherwise known as Lava. My role in Optic Gears is essentially being the first man into action on most maps. I'm also sort of a utility type player that can do everything and use everyone's
Can we get
weapons.
some speed stick hype,
I'm
guys?
also the guy that's trusted to pick up the boomer shot or frag grenades.
Hell yeah!
Use.
That like the gel type
right now
too.
Is something we as a franchise
squeeze that
have
shit
never
out.
Seen before, and
put that all in your armpits.
Crazy developer support from the coalition. And we've really been building a foundation off of that throughout Gears of War Ultimate Edition's lifespan, just by running pro leagues, open events, whatever we can. And with the announcement of the $1 million starting prize pool for Gears 4, just a whole plethora of new and old players are coming back into the scene with old Gears
There were like
pros
12K people watching this at the time, and then when he said plethora,
trying to get their chance at that type of money. That's
crazy way to say plethora.
There's like primarily hope
a ton of
to
people
be
that
able
said
to bring home
plethora
some
hype.
championships under the green wall. And as the #1 team going into Gears 4, our chances of doing that couldn't be any better. And it's really just going to come down to grinding the game when it comes out and preparing the best we can.
The future looks really bright for us. We've always been kind of considered a top team for Gears of War, a top 2 team, arguably the best. And we continue to pursue that kind of dominance every day. So we look forward to pushing that into Gears of War 4 and showing everybody that we will continue to be the best team. We have the winning formula. We are ready for the competition, and we are hungry to continue to be the best.
See, I haven't even fucking plugged in my PS4, dude. I don't even want to play this game. I don't know. I haven't played it all.
Going over to Ian's house. It was just me and Ian. And it was the first time I'd seen him since Champs, and it was just, the vibe was just not good. Skip this, please.
Gets the kills and they start to make control, but here come Optic again.
Karma in a huge engagement here.
God, we win every hard point.
Comes back towards them, but then the comes out of that, cannot stay alive, and just like that.
The complexity match.
Bueno Karma interview, he couldn't do it.
We ended up playing super late, and I think that's really what threw us off. That match screwed us over more than anything.
2-1 in favor of Complexity, 11-7.
So weird. They were supposed to play at like 3 p.m. and they ended up playing at like 9:30 p.m. It's so weird.
All of a sudden, they look like the Optic that we're so used to seeing on a regular basis
We
throughout this
annihilated
season.
them.
And they're really putting on a show right now in
And
this
CTF.
CTF, showing Complexity exactly how it's done. I don't think I've seen bad scorings from most of these Complexity guys all series long.
My heart, my soul. As you can time out people that are taking like
Very important
personal
in
shots.
this game number 5. We hear the frantic communication from both teams. Trades going down early on. Scump uses the kinetic armor, secures an assist, tries
Lacefield
to
and
turn
Ricky
burn
thing
on
is
one,
not even
ends up going
that big of
down.
a deal.
Forma here in the middle of the map.
Nobody's
Falls.
upset about that,
It's all up to
except
Karma
for
in a
the fans.
1v2. Both of these players are right in front of him, not
It's
even to
kinda
take out either
misplaced
one.
anger.
He goes down, and Complexity have done it. 6-3.
boys.
Ian put some pressure behind those fist bumps. Those
That
fist bumps were like,
match screwed us over more than anything. You know, we can say it made us have a tough bracket, but in reality, like that match, like we would have had not an easy first round, but a way easier first round than Envy, and then second round would have been Elevate. We would have basically had Elevate's bracket, and Elevate made it straight to finals or winners bracket finals. So that screwed us over hard. Honestly, I think that our CTF and uplink was not as good as it should have been, and then our S&D was horrible. So hardpoint, we were the best team there probably. So the rest of pool play was Panda and LDLC. We knew that if Cole won their matches, then all we had to do was win ours. But we were assuming the worst in terms of like map count and stuff. So we try to get those last 3-0s, and I think one was a 3-0, one was a 3-1.
Full was punching fists.
Hey guys, if you could stay here and one of you do an interview.
Staying here?
Stay here, yeah.
We're playing again?
No. You're doing an interview.
Oh. Just one of us, right?
Just one of you, okay?
Nose goes! Setting someone up in a second. Damon!
They're already up here.
Damon, get bumped. God, they were so happy right here.
Where do I do the interview? Where do I do that?
Put the camera on me. Old man, put on shoes.
Wipe me down.
Wipe me down, bro. Wipe me down.
They should be doing it up here, apparently, on camera.
Oh, you're good.
So makes me laugh. They wouldn't let me. For this match, I was so heated. This was like the worst. This was like the worst part of the entire tournament for me, because not only did we lose, but security at COD Champs wouldn't let me in the booth. Like, they let me in the booth for one match, and then they didn't let me in the booth for another one, and then they let me in the booth for the next two, and then they didn't let me in it for this one. And I was literally about to lose my mind. So not only did we lose, but I shot their reactions from a planet and a half away with my big ass lens. I was heated.
Going to Envy, you know, we were really confident. We won the hard point.
Time 5 seconds for rotation. A little bit left in that purifier. The challenge comes in. He is tagged up. It will ultimately take him out. But Scump ready, and there's the final point. Is the green wall. Optic taking game one.
Everyone in hard
Formal goes absolutely bonkers. 41 and 27, a minute and 40 in the hill, 7 defends. Going through that top grass area over towards green. You could have brought it over towards Palace, gone for a one-point throw there, and they just bring it. I mean, they bring it into one staircase, a small corridor, just lining up all 3 players alive. It's not the way to go. So you're gonna have 10 seconds on the clock. All Envy needs to do is pick up some kills mid-map. Apathy actually gets one with a Ripper during this, and now the drone is going to drop. It's gonna be in the hands of Formal. Can he make a play?
He's trying, he just throws it over. Is there a lucky bounce? It's not there, and Envy takes the uplink. 2-1 advantage now over Optic Gaming. What a defensive hold. You see the Ripper coming in, slicing and dicing, closing it out with the VMP. Takes the uplink. 2-1 advantage now over Optic Gaming. What a defensive hold. You see the Ripper coming in, slicing and dicing.
Got those streaks, they'd be quite nice to have right now.
It's true. Well, let's see what they can do. Going up over the top, trying to maybe find some kills in the back and open things up. You see, I've got highlighted.
We lose CTF like this.
Oh no. Oh no. Guess what? He's right behind you. He's still right behind you. He's found 2. He's killing your entire team.
Well, JCap takes out Formal on the other side of the map, and Karma is stuck in this dart.
He needs to get out of this. He's the only one up. He needs to get out of this. You got to crash. You got to find the kill. He's right in front of you. He might be able to chase him down. Are they ready for it? They weren't. He's going to find one. Can't find the second. Slasher has it. He's going to try and make a play on the flag. Crim 6 has it. They're pushing forward. They let him go through. They let him grab it. Is he going to be able to make the play? The flag for Optic coming down track. The kills are coming in. He's got help. He's got out. They need to find the kills. This is what Crim's looking at. Everyone is dropped. It's Crim all by himself. He's all by himself. He needs some help. He's trying to stay alive, but with 23 seconds left, they've got to hunt down the flag carrier. What a clutch play coming in from John.
And they burned through all those streaks before, so Karma has nothing left. They have to go on the hunt for the flag.
Well, here's the hunt. The Piranhas looking for their prey. It's Scumping Crew getting forward. They're able to find one, but everybody cut down, and this is all you've got, your flag carrier, Crim. It is done. Envious has taken it 3-1 over Optic Gaming in the first round here at COD XP.
I'm stunned. I'm just like completely speechless. Like, I know Envy is a top caliber of team.
Look at that scoreboard hype.
But man, I did not. I mean, when you saw this match, these guys worked so hard, man, throughout the year to get to this point. I mean, they're not out, but
it's devastating when you look at the way that the 2 flag caps got when they got pulled. Remember, Scump goes to watch.
Realistically, like, you know, both Uplink and CTF were really like heartbreaking, and honestly, we probably should have won both of them.
That sucks.
It was like both maps were like neck and neck, and
it's
then
alright, guys.
I was in a situation on both maps where literally if I just stayed alive and didn't back up or didn't go forward, then we win. But usually in COD, like if you hesitate and just stand still, it's like the worst play possible. But in that situation, it was the best play. And you know, in the uplink, you know, if I just stay alive, I don't peek. They ended up getting the ball because I died with it, and then they 15'd it. We've lost right there.
Of course, outside where the guys talk is literally the loudest place in the entire world.
That was such a big fucking like deal. That match was so important. We just made it so much better for ourselves.
Still, that shit it can help us so much.
Yeah.
Like, you guys know that like the more we play, the better we are. Like, that's fucking facts. There's a reason why we suck on fucking the first day of the tournament, and then we get better going on.
I agree. Again, you haven't fucked up, and now that shit matters. Like, there's no way that you guys fuck up, because now shit matters. Every fucking round matters.
Dude, CTF and fucking Breach, like at the very end, that was it. That was me.
Like Ian takes credit for
going
this.
down the steps that lost us the game.
Should subtitle scenes?
And then not
Probably.
going that like that 1v1.
But like I said, I run out of time, man. It's hard.
Like, it shouldn't have been a 1v1 in the first place. There were 2 of you
I know,
guys
but
there.
still, that is a sub versus a pistol. It was probably weak.
I'm just saying, play it a little bit more patient. Like, just wait 2 seconds for Damon to get out of the dart, and that's a free cap. Literally. They were all dead besides John.
Did you see what happened with the dude that was chasing you? Bro, you could have been out of there sooner, but the guy went like this. Like you were behind him the entire time. He just kept rotating the peaches, rotating around globe. You were behind him the entire time. He didn't know you were there. he turns the corner, doesn't see you, and from there he just blocks you in, and it's just fucking pivoting, fucking going that way and that way. If he sees you, he kills you, you're out of it, and that changes like the two things that could have changed everything.
All right, so of course all of us guys were at COD Champs, there to support the Call of Duty team. The first match I watched, I didn't watch any of the pool play. The first match I actually did watch was their match against Envy, and I'm sure, as all of you know, is very upsetting. Just seeing those guys after their match, it was...
Oh, they were so mad.
It was really hard to watch. You could see it in their eyes, just how...
When this happened, people were typing in the chat.
Really
they were like, Nick's back. Hey, look, Nick's back.
And get back. If you pushed a little bit quicker here, I think maybe you had a chance.
Flag against Urban. It's going to be all on PD with the flag in hands. He's going to fall. This may be it for Infuse. Optic Gaming running the flag down Snow.
Crim's going. Stump's got the cutoff.
I thought this part was kind of hype.
Half control from Mansion as well.
Tasmo, get the fuck out of the chat.
Just going absolutely massive here. Karma with a very good game as well.
I was able to catch a few of the losers bracket matches. It seemed the guys were picking it up, putting
Happy Music is coming, so they won,
balls
right?
behind them.
Yeah, they
and,
won.
Really getting back to the old #1 optic that everyone is using.
Perfect position here to shut down this push if they go in.
Tuck Phasmo.
Scope, hello, 2! Tries to knock LG down, and he has done a spectacular job. Now one man stands, and it will be Study who does not go down without a fight, but he's being hunted down.
And we got lucky as hell with their match against us. We want to search!
It does look like it is coming to an end as we have 18 seconds left on the clock. Optic with a nice
music
lead.
is so good.
Nothing that Luminazzi can do to get the drone right now. This is the Optic Gaming we've been waiting to see. So they're going to get a 3-0 here against Luminazzi.
Optic Gaming make things look easy. They've been looking for a performance like that in a long time, and step one was winning the search and destroy. Optic Gaming play the game of survival, and so far so good for them.
I don't want to watch this. Still can't believe we went through losers bracket.
And they are going to be able to win map #1. You see,
hey, look, guys, we won a hard point.
That's going to force all the players over on top. Greenhouse, but everything in the kill feed on the left side going to be green. Formal inside the hill, Scump inside the hill. Crim as well. C9 needs to break through.
He killed all three of us. Yeah, the whole first map, the Optic guys were talking shit, so.
Trophy system's going to get popped as well.
Kind of deserve
over towards B here. The Kinetic Armor going to get popped by Lacefield. Lacefield actually used his in that situation. That's going to be a 3v4 again. Lacefield with that first blood does not get traded. The smokes are going to come in as well. Gotta imagine if Optic Gaming is going to play. Actually, that is going to be the case. Formal's able to get that down. Looking towards the smoke. 3v4. Can Optic Gaming clutch up Karma? Able to get that first blood. Going to get traded out. It is going to be up to Crim6 and Formal, of course. C9, though, has to be able to get that fuse. They have triple stack over on the defensive eye. Sword, the assault shot his teammate in the back of the head. That is not a helpful thing to do. This is the worst time you could possibly have that situation come up.
When he did that, I was like, holy shit, we won.
Has to clutch 1v2. And Lacefield coming in.
And then Lacefield killed everyone.
He hit the board, returning the trash. Green arrow. Skunk's going to be able to shoot him on the back. 11 seconds left. Maybe Crim6 is going to be able to get a 1-point toss in the final seconds.
1v3 is key and it's not vision.
That play from Cloud9 looks so sloppy here. Rounding out the
I wanted
last
to get
few
through with
seconds
the
here, Karma's
series.
going to try and line up for a 1-point play.
Most important was the
very well
round
sink
five,
it.
the game
The
5.
shot goes in and connects. Optic Gaming
Dude,
is up
the
4-1 in the
crowd.
second half, but again,
crowd
to
is
that
so
play
crazy.
from Cloud9, sending Lacefield through mid his dominating fashion to go up in the series 2-1 and a map that we all knew was going to be heavily in their favor. This was a stomping.
I got hype with you. I got hype with you. So many people, dude.
And a cap for Ricky. Cloud9 goes up 1-0, and Lacefield's trying to make it rally. This is exactly what we mentioned in the pregame, building off of mistakes, capitalizing on it more than once. Lacefield 75 points.
Bro,
from his
Lacefield had the
streak,
series of his
lining up
life.
Another flag cap for his team.
He's 11-4 right now. Gets a cap.
The gaming's up 2-0, and Lacefield has streaks.
Lacefield on the 5
The enemy players' special ability that could have
just-
resulted in a flagpole. And those were huge plays.
What's left? Hey, come on, get the fuck back right now. Come on, get
welcome and causes more problems than it's worth, but I don't necessarily think there would be a huge reason to. Optic Gaming, for the most part, I thought had the edge in the first search and destroy. Again, it came down to Lacefield. You saw he picked up a 3-piece for the final kill cam when Karma ended up Q-waving his teammate, accidentally so. And then, of course, that final round, again, Lacefield, he picked up the ace. He won the first kinetic armor gunfight. So a lot of things had to go right for C9. How well Lacefield can do in this 1v2 situation. He was
Crowd
able
was
to touch a
toxic.
1v3
I don't know if they were
earlier
toxic.
on evac. This is definitely the player C9 wants in this situation. There's a player just on the bomb
Just
on a very
unbalanced.
nice spot.
Wasted from Hicks, though. He's still able to get some ground on, and he's got two other teammates with their special.
I can't believe
abilities.
Seth
Full
didn't
pauses,
shoot
that's the
right there.
psychosis. Moving Scump around a little bit. He's not full.
I would have
Holds on to
definitely
the trigger
shot.
discipline. Tagging up a second player. Can't finish the kill. That's Lacefield. Formal catches Ace. Ricky still with overdrive. They shut down Karma. Last man standing is Formal. Ricky pops the overdrive with just
Oh,
7.5
this round
seconds
was
to
so
play.
hype.
Can he get there in time?
God, I thought we had
from
this.
eliminating C9 and moving further into this tournament, but still long way to go. Last time it went to round 11.
I'm gonna Q, what's your absolute Q? He's running absolute right. Yeah, he's all the way back. Nice, nice.
Seth, stop shooting.
Now Karma in the 1 versus 3. Finish your gunfights, kids. The fight is not over until the opposing player is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Wrong, they
going
would
to
have kept
round
shooting.
11. The one round to decide it all. Coming from Crimsig's going for the standard. 2 players' positions are now known. 53 seconds. Flak jacket, perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with that. You can eat some nades in Call of Duty. It'll be fine. Players all the way in the back. You see a solid.
Chance is so funny, dude.
For that B-bomb cross, he's able to spot one player. Knows something's going on. You see C9 is aware
2
they're
people.
going on their rotation. They're going to be hitting it as well. Assault's going to be coming over the top. Bomb planer's going to die. Crim6 is going to fall as well.
They played
2v4.
that
Karma
so
and Formal.
perfectly.
You have your work cut out for you. 30 seconds. That bomb is down. C9
Where does
has
Formal even really-
very nice setup as well. Formal's able to pick
Formal
up
kills
one.
this guy.
He's not going to get traded out as well. Karma
How
doesn't
did
get the
Ricky
second.
not die?
Challenge over top. Formal's going to be able to help him out. Karma going for the kill. Formal up to you. 1v1 situation. Assault coming over. And that's Formal. Way to go. 1v1. Optic Gaming. We will see you dungeon later.
Look at the way Aches throws his headset off.
Traded out as well.
It's
Karma
literally
doesn't get
the most
second player
perfect
coming, challenge
headset
over top.
throw
Formal's
I've
gonna be able
ever
to help him
seen.
out. Karma going for the kill. Formal up to you. 1v1 situation. Assault coming over. And that's Formal. Way to go. 1v1. Optic Gaming. We will
Rips that
see
shit
you
off his
dungeon
head.
later.
that just says how. Oh, I get chills.
If you can go back and like to 5 episodes like backwards from Vision, you'll see me in the living room of our house, right above where we're sitting right now. Me talking about how I envision. We already have season 1 final trophy right there. I want season 2 final trophy right there, and then the big one. I want that one. I want the one because of what it stands for, right? Because of what it meant, the legacy that would have been solidified of Optic being the best team in Call of Duty that Call of Duty has ever seen. Right, an outstanding performing season, something that will be talked about, right? But we needed that one thing. We needed that championship, the thing that has been out of our grasp since 2011 when we won the inaugural COD XP.
We almost, I don't know, man. Shit sucks just talking about it.
Oh, God.
I looked up and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I told myself that it couldn't be true, you know, because it wasn't what you guys told us. It wasn't what the analysts told us. It was what we told ourselves, that we were there to grab it. We were there to have it, and we didn't. And what came after that was just fucking sadness. Like everyone in the venue sad. As I walked back from my seat all the way around the venue, I saw people looking at me and turn away, you know, because they saw the pain in my eyes. And then me, as I walked my lonely walk, the walk of just angst to the back of the venue where they were sitting, I opened that door and I just saw everyone sad. Hitch was sad, but Aaron was sad. I could tell that they did not want to record anything, but I knew that they hated the fact that they needed to do a job and just capture those moments for you guys, for this show. And it was painful, man. It was painful to watch. And still to this day, we're, you know, second week out from then, and still
the guys still
you know,
haven't played
Seth's not
together.
back, Horribles not back. You know, Crim's been quiet, Karma's always been quiet, so there's no difference there.
It's
But
just
man,
like
it's
sad,
just been
yeah.
it's been bad.
Hell yeah.
And then you know
I
we
was
have
sitting beside
the whole,
David on the
you know,
ground,
the
just
Halo
like,
situation
couldn't believe what just
that we've been dealing with, right? I've given Mike and Nick chances after chances after chances to make shit work, to make shit happen, right? And a lot of you question my decisions. You're picking friendship over business. You're picking friendship over a winning. You're picking them over our championships. That was coming out of your head. That was coming out of your mouth. That was coming out of your fingers as you typed into the keyboards on the Reddit threads. I saw them, and it wasn't that I was picking friendship over business. That's the way I run my business, right? I wanna do it with friends. I wanna make sure that everybody that's involved in Optic has every single opportunity, every single chance to make something happen, because that's what I do, right? To you guys, it's just Optic. To you guys, it's just a business that's out there. To you guys, it's just a sports team that's competing, right? That you care about, that you're passionate about. So I completely understand. I can never get mad at you, right? But you have to see it from my point of view. That I have to give the people that I live with, people that I see on a daily basis, that I have to give them every single opportunity they can to become what they're supposed to become. And if that doesn't happen, we have other avenues to help them make that happen. You know? So in that regard, having said that, I decided that we were going to be parting ways with the current Halo roster. Where we stand right now, is obviously Nick's still gonna stay in the house. Mike's still in the house. Obviously, he's not going anywhere. I don't know what Nick's transition is gonna look like. We've talked briefly, but you know he's in line with what I want to do. But at the end of the day, I feel comfortable within myself that I gave them what they needed to have in order to give me what I needed, and they didn't, you know. And this is where it's at. Where we're at right now, where Optic Halo is, I don't know, but I am hopeful for the future.
Don't worry. We got this.
Oh man. Feels good, man. Feels good, man.